You could spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook ads, boosting your post, running specials, and yet still not see a single return on that. But yet, someone you know could mention your name to the right person, and all of a sudden, your phone is ringing off the hook. That's not luck, that's local partnership. And so many small business owners that I know either don't know how to do it intentionally or never even thought of it as a real strategy. So that's what I want to talk about today: local partnerships with other businesses and organizations in your local community. I want to open your eyes to what that actually looks like because I have a feeling that it looks a lot different than you actually think. The first type of partnership that I think a lot of people overlook is partnering with nonprofits or local community organizations. I posted a video earlier about how we had partnered with a local nonprofit called FOCP. They discreetly deliver food packs to kids in our area so that kids don't have to go hungry. We absolutely wanted to partner with them as soon as we found out about them. We donated a few of our large inflatable packages for them to use as a prize for one of their local fundraisers, and in exchange, we got our name blasted to all of the local schools in our area that they work with. That type of direct connection and validation is something that I genuinely do not know how we could have ever gotten through ad spend, because it was a trusted organizations that these schools already cherish because they are helping their students, and now they are recommending our services to them. And schools were one of our biggest target with our inflatable bounce house business. And we made those direct connections with zero ad spend. I'm not saying that you have to donate a huge dollar amount. I still understand that that might not be reasonable, especially if you're just starting. So, one of the best ways that you can get started is just volunteering, donating your time, and then wear your t shirt. Talk about your business, but not in a salesy way, but just so that people understand that it's not just you that's showing up, it's your business as well. The goodwill and the visibility that you're going to grow in your community is going to be priceless because small, tight knit communities, they pay attention to who shows up. The second type of partnership that absolutely changed the game for us was joining a local networking group. If you've never heard of this before, it's just a group of business owners who get together regularly, who refer business to each other, and genuinely invest in each other's success. Some are more formal, some are more casual, but the concept is basically the same across them all. My local networking group helped me get into local colleges, and it actually helped me land a few festivals as well. I can't show up in every single room, so it helps to have a group of people who know and trust me, able to sell me in rooms that I'm not in when the opportunity arises. Those are things that can't be found through an ad. And here's what I want you to know: if you go to one and the vibe just isn't right, it's just not your thing, I strongly, strongly encourage you to try out a handful of them before you decide it's not your vibe. I didn't enjoy the first one that I visited either. Each group has its own personality, has its own way that it's worked. They all have different structures, and they have a different group of people too. So don't just write it off if the first one that you tried didn't work for you. Try out a few more. Most of them have a policy where you can visit them a few times before they ask you to actually join. And I promise you, it is worth the investment. So visit a handful and go find your people. But once you do, show up consistently and genuinely support the people in your group, because that's how those referrals work, by building the business relationships, not just by handing out a stack of business cards. The next one may seem insanely obvious once you hear it, but it's not something that I deliberately heard talked about enough, and I want to highlight it. And that is to find a business that serves the same group of people that you do, but aren't your competition. So, for an example, if you do windows and siding, go find a local roofing company that you like and know and trust, and become a partner with them. You guys are talking to the same clients already, you're working on the same jobs more than likely, but you aren't direct competition with each other because you're doing two entirely different jobs. And then you also get to see each other's work firsthand. And when it comes time for somebody asking you, hey, do you know somebody who does this service? You can give an honest answer because you know that person does quality work because you've seen it time and time again. If you want to start a Christmas light installation company, Go find a local landscaper or lawn care company that isn't currently offering that service and see if there's a way that you can work out a partnership where they can refer their clients to you. Because it's going to be the same type of people. The people who don't want to mow their lawn also don't want to put up their own Christmas lights. Same with if you have a poop scooping company. Same people, same concept. If you're a real estate agent, go find a divorce lawyer or an estate planner or a moving company. All of those are going to be people who are in the same room with people who need to buy and sell houses regularly. That would be the perfect connection. You guys can't be direct competition, but you're talking to the same people. I could think of a dozen more off the top of my head, but the point is that they're everywhere once you start thinking about it. And here's a time that I seen it play out in real time. So my husband used to own a company hauling livestock, and one of the local farms that he hauled for sent us a Christmas box full of pork chops one year, and they were amazing. I love pork chops. I don't generally order them when we're out at a restaurant because generally they're the Cisco brand, and I think those are gross. But I was out at a local restaurant recently, and on the menu, I saw that they had Compart pork chops, which were the same ones that I knew that I loved because I personally have had them. And because of that, I will more than likely be going back to that specific restaurant even more because I love the fact that they are sourcing local food, but also I know that they are sourcing local food that I love. I just think that that partnership between the local farm and the local restaurant was just so strategic, and I don't see it happening enough. So, if you own a bakery or a farm stand, or you're any type of specialty food producer, go talk to your local restaurants. Farm to Table is having a serious moment right now. People are craving that variety. They are craving that homemade taste that you just can't get from mass produced junk. So, also to my local restaurant owners, look into your local community and see where you can be sourcing those materials local. Because the thing is that you then combine the trust that you have built with your business with the trust with this other business as well. And you guys get to use each other's audiences. Okay, so now I know what you might be thinking. How do I exactly start that kind of relationship? Because it's so much easier said than done. And I get it. You're probably thinking, how do I walk through that door? What do I say? And here's my tip. And I'm going to do a whole video just talking about this specifically because I think it deserves its own conversation. But here's what I want to tell you today. You don't need to have a whole pitch. You just need a simple gesture. Go to a complimentary business and drop off cookies to their office. Bring a business card and a pamphlet if you have it and introduce yourself and the services that you have. And just tell them the different ways that you think that you guys could partner together. And if you really want to make an impression, grab those cookies from a local bakery. I promise you, a move like that is going to leave a lasting impression, even after you walk out that door. And if you're going after landscapers and it's middle of summer, bring them some cold drinks and your business card and just say, hey, this is what I do. This is how I think we could work together. Give me a call when you're free. But in the meantime, here's some drinks to cool off with. And that is going to leave an impact. But honestly, the bar for this is pretty low because there's not very many people doing it at all. People just aren't expecting a kind, genuine gesture. That's also why this works so good. This is so much better than just sending out a cold email or dropping a flyer under their windshield. You're showing up as a real human, and humans crave human connection. So be a real person, lead with generosity, and I promise you that the business conversation will take care of itself from there. So here's the thing that I want you to walk away with today. Local partnerships are not some secret strategy. They're just something that I just don't think that enough people sit down and actually think about and intentionally act on. I did not figure this out from a book or a course. I figured this out from being involved with my community and observing how other people have built their businesses and what has brought the most success to other people. And this is one that I see quite a bit, but I don't see anybody naming it. The thing that I want you to do today is write down 3 local businesses or organizations that serve the same people that you do, but are not your direct competition. That's it. That list is your starting point. And yes, making that first move can feel so awkward. I get it. I've been there. The no doesn't feel great. But I promise you that they will forget about that conversation long before you do. The people who are the big fish in your town, they got there by being told no. Everyone deals with rejection. It's not whether or not you get rejected, it's how you deal with rejection. So don't let the fear of being told no be what holds you back, because you're only going to be able to grow and do all the great things by making the ballsy moves. Now, a few things before you go. First, I put together a free checklist that covers the 3 foundation points that I talk about in my videos: building an online presence, building a local presence, and building local partnerships. Everything is in one place. And I want to be upfront with you about it. I haven't even done 100% of the list. But yet I have scaled and had the successes with All About Fun and Light It Up by only doing about 60% of it. The goal isn't perfection or total completion. Because the thing is that even if you just get started with this list, you're going to start to see growth. And you can't build Rome in one day. So do not sit down and try to complete this entire list, especially if you're brand new, in one day. This is an ever evolving list to just make sure that you're on track and you're doing the things that you need to be growing your business. And until you've completed this list consistently for at least half a year, I wouldn't even think about running ads, because you're going to see more growth and more return from doing these things than you would from trying to make ads work on a shaky foundation. The link to download it is in the description, so make sure you go grab it. And if you want even more of this every week, I have a newsletter where I dive even deeper into everything that I've talked about into this video. It gets sent out every Tuesday as soon as this video goes live. You can subscribe to that by clicking the link in my description as well. And if you see this after I've posted this video, it's okay, because I've set up the emails to still go in order, so you're not missing out any content. Otherwise, new videos come out every Tuesday morning. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you hit that button so that you don't miss the next one. And last, if you want to go deeper on all 3 of these foundations, I've already posted videos on each one. I will link those for you right here. Otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday, and we are going to build something even better together, because this is not your dad's business.